Welcome. We are a mother-daughter podcast about all things surrogacy. Together, we have brought 8 beautiful babies into this world, and we would like to share through education and knowledge about surrogacy with those who want to educate themselves on the topic. This is Stop.Sit.Surrogate. This episode is sponsored by U.S. Surrogacy, LLC. If you've ever dreamed of helping grow a family or are hoping to grow your own, U.S. Surrogacy, LLC is here to guide you every step of the way. They are a dedicated surrogacy agency committed to supporting intended parents and surrogates through a compassionate, ethical, and well-supported journey. U.S. Surrogacy, LLC works with amazing women who want to make a life-changing difference by becoming a surrogate, while also helping intended parents experience the incredible gift of parenthood. Their team focuses on transparency, strong communication, and personalized support so that everyone involved feels confident, cared for, and informed throughout the entire process. If you've ever considered becoming a surrogate, or if you're an intended parent exploring your options, U.S. Surrogacy LLC is ready to help you take that next step. To learn more about their programs and how you can get started, visit us-surrogacy.com. That's us-surrogacy.com. And now let's get into today's episode. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Stop.Sit.Surrogate with Kennedy and Ellen. Today, we are having a lovely Friday Facts, and we have 2 wonderful guests. One's a repeat, and one is a newbie, so I'm very excited. Sarah will let you introduce yourself first.
My name is Sara. I am a 2-time gestational carrier. Well, I don't know. Do you say 2 times after you finish the journey?
You say it whenever you want to say it.
Okay. Well, I'm on my 2nd surrogacy journey. I am 15-ish weeks right now. And the intended parents just found out it's a boy. It's the first boy that I've ever carried. So, yeah.
How fun! Oh, we'll get into that. That'll be fun. And Meghan, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Meghan. I'm one of Sarah's good friends, and she actually invited me today because long time ago, I donated my eggs. And so we've connected on a lot of different things over the years, but she thought I would be kind of a fun guest to kind of join the chat today.
Yes. Yeah. Super fun. This is going to be, so never surrogate, just egg donor, yes?
Yeah. I also have triplets, so that's part of my story too.
Oh my gosh, Sarah knows all the little knickknacks here.
You literally carried them for yourself?
Yes, they're my one and only litter, I call them.
Oh my gosh. My mom carried triplets as a surrogate.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah. How old are your triplets?
They're 10.
Oh God, you're still in the thick of it. Oh my God.
What? They're in the other rooms if they come barging in. That's why.
Oh my gosh, I have a 10-year-old. Can I ask, was it like one egg that just like split 3 times and like you just hit the jackpot?
We ended up doing an IUI, and so it was 3 follicles. The joke is like they saw 2 and they're like, oh, that 3rd one's not going to do anything. And I call that one my daughter because she's very sassy.
Oh, how funny. So 2 boys and a girl.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my
and they're all fraternal. Yeah.
Oh, how cool. Okay.
That's fun.
All right. Well, okay, well, let's jump in. I'll ask a basic question first. So, how did each of you get into like the IVF world? Like what drew you to it?
So for me, I shared before that it was, like most people watching that episode of Friends and seeing Phoebe Buffay carry for her brother and just knowing instantly like that was the coolest thing in the world and that I had to do that someday. And the thought and the feeling and the drive never left me. And when the year I was going to turn 35, I realized that I was going to be advanced maternal age or elderly or geriatric or whatever other title you want to put on it. And I turned to my husband and I was like, that thing I told you when I was 19, he was 21, when we started dating. And I told him then, like, you need to know that I'm going to do this someday or we can't be together. Like, it was an ultimatum at 19 years old. I told him, I said, it's time. I think I need to do this now. So that was the pull. I had a friend who had a really beautiful surrogacy journey just 1 year prior. And so that gave me the confidence to safely move forward.
Yay. I love
That's
that.
cool.
I love that. And how did you get into the IVF world, Megan? I'm assuming I think I know how since you just said how you had your triplets, but
Well, I don't know. Like Sarah said, I surprise you all the time. I was actually, I was in a nursing program to get my master's, and I was studying case management for the treatment of infertility.
Oh,
And I am all about a good science experiment. And I was like, well, I'm learning about this. I'm learning about IVF, infertility. Like, let's donate some eggs. Let's see like what this is actually all about. So, and I was like, okay, well, a nice pleasant side effect is you get to like help people grow some families. I'm
Yeah.
healthy. I think I got some good eggs, so I will be happy to share. And so it ended up being like just like an experiment of sorts in the best of ways, I think. And so that was actually I want to say it was like the end of 2011, maybe 2012. I can't remember the exact year, but it was a bit ago. Right, it was like kind of in the beginning of my marriage before we were gonna have our own family. So I was like, if I'm gonna do it, now is the time. So it worked out.
Okay, I have to jump in and ask a question. At any time during this experiment, did you think there may be little me's running around there? Any babies that produce from this are going to be your genetic makeup, part of your genetic makeup, right? Did that
Yeah,
weigh
yeah.
into it at all, or no?
A little, like I thought about it. I thought about it, but I was honestly like, I think that's kind of cool. I think that's pretty special. And like, if I get this opportunity, like, how cool is that?
Okay. Do
that's
your
so
kids know?
cool.
No, actually, I haven't brought it up. Honestly, it's one of those things like I did so long ago, I
Right?
just kind
Yeah.
of forget.
I know.
So now it's
Yeah.
like, okay, maybe I should tell. I'm sure like
I'm
I'll
gonna
bring
mention.
it up.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It's just not like dinner conversation, just like
No,
randomly, like,
it's
let's
not.
sit
Yeah.
down and talk about what mom did before you guys were born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before you
Oh,
even
there'd
thought.
be a lot of that. There'd be some interesting stuff there too.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
So
That's
can I ask how
stunning.
many they retrieved, and did you do it once or twice?
It was only once. I believe it was somewhere in the ballpark of like, I don't know, 14 to 20.
God.
Um, I think
Wow.
what happened was
Oh.
I was like set up with one family, if my memory serves me correctly. I was set up with one family and I forgot why it fell through. But they were like, well, you're already kind of in the process. How do you feel about like a shared journey? So basically there were two families that were gonna benefit. And I don't know beyond that what ended up happening, but I think
Oh, you
two
don't.
families ended up getting my eggs.
The eggs.
So
Oh, so you don't know if any were created.
yeah, I'm pretty sure there was at least one pregnancy. I think there was two, but I don't think I got like official confirmation or I don't know what happened. So that's kind of
Okay.
like one of those mysteries.
Mystery. Yeah.
And I don't know.
Do you
But
want to know?
I mean, I would love to know, but it's not something I stay awake at night over.
Okay.
I think it
Right.
would be really neat.
Okay.
Especially
All right.
to like maybe be walking down the street one day and be like, that kind of looks like me. Does that look like me?
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, so
That's fascinating.
trippy.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
Wow. So okay, so
Huh.
to kind of put it in like not like a versus, right? Not like surrogacy versus egg donation, but I do feel like there's a lot of similarities, but clearly there's a lot of differences. Like these are not biologically our babies 98% of the time. Like there's the 2% that's traditional. We're not going to get into that. But so I am curious. Us surrogates get the question like, "Oh, aren't you going to be attached? Because like that's your baby." And all the time, right, Sarah? We always have to say it's not our baby. Like those are technically your babies. So, would did you ever feel any attachment or pull?
She does. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
none,
Like
just none
I
at
I
all.
think I'm a big I don't think in hindsight I thought about it so much as this,
Hmm.
but like I was put on this earth to be a contributor to the world in different ways.
Me
And
too.
like if this allowed me, like I said, to like grow families,
Yep.
like
Yeah,
awesome. Like
cool.
Yeah. I remember there was a traditional surrogate that I was very from. I was doing gestational. She was doing traditional. She literally used her egg. They implanted sperm, IUI, and she got pregnant. Back way back when I was doing it, and her mantra or little motto was, "I'm gonna lose an egg anyway during my monthly cycle, so why not help?" And it stuck with me forever.
Mm.
I'm like, oh yeah, you do. They don't become
Yeah.
babies when we have a cycle and okay, the egg's gone, bye. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I personally do it? I think I've talked about that before. Probably
Yeah,
not.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
It
I
takes a strong person. I
it
think
does.
because of me, I was adopted. And I think that holds a whole nother can of worms on that one because I grew up not knowing, right? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So I think that's where mine heads. But I think I don't know, going back, I don't know, there might have been a draw for that. There might have been. I'm impressed. Your mindset on it's phenomenal. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, go Sarah. What's up?
Ellen, I can't remember. Did you
Yeah.
you met your birth parents
Yeah.
eventually?
They found me.
Oh, they found you.
Yeah.
Because these days with egg donation, I think the
Yeah.
tides have turned a little bit where they're really encouraging,
Connections.
yes, that not necessarily some ongoing relationship, but
Yeah.
that like that child have a picture of you, that they
Mm.
know about you, and should something come
Ooh.
up in their health, that they can go back and
Right.
be able to
Right.
connect to their egg donor to ask these questions rather than living that life mystery that many adoptive
Right.
children speak to, of like, where am I from? You know, we have
Yeah.
like almost like an identity crisis when
We
we
do.
don't know these things, even though somewhere along the line, really, like I found out as a young adult that my dad was a product of an affair. So I don't know my biological grandfather, you know.
Oh,
So I think these things are really sprinkled throughout our lives. But when you know it,
yeah.
it's a lot different.
Mhm.
So I'm wondering, like, Meghan, did they offer you any kind, like, did they say like opened or closed, or what was that like?
I think there was something like noted in the chart, or there was a question about would I be open if they wanted to like know who I was in the future, and I was like, heck yeah. So
Okay.
I don't know, we'll see
Okay.
how, if that comes with anything, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. So, because we could talk about this all day and we will jump back to it. But so the correlations between like surrogacy, like to be a surrogate and to be an egg donor. I'm curious if it's kind of similar. Like there's a process that obviously surrogates have to go through. You know,
Mhm.
we have to go through a site clearance, a medical clearance. Like we have to make sure that we're mentally healthy and like physically healthy. Did you have to do something similar?
Yeah, and I don't remember exactly how in depth it was, but I do remember obviously, starting with like the basic questionnaire about who you are, health history. There was some kind of a psychological screening, but I can't remember how in depth it was.
Sure.
Um,
Yeah.
and just really making sure like you were aware of like what you were doing, and all of that. But I feel like it wasn't as in depth as
Mhm.
a surrogate.
I think so too.
Um,
Really?
I
And
think it
it's
was, and as long as I was like young, like I think
mhm.
I was maybe 24 going on 25 at the
Yeah.
time. So I
Yeah.
think as long as like my eggs were young,
Hmm.
they were good to go.
Right.
And the same does not apply that to be a surrogate, you've had to have a baby.
Mhm.
To
Right.
be an egg donation, you do not have to have. So they don't even know if the eggs are like right, like right,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
like it hasn't gone through a process. Like, oh yeah, here's one. We see what it looks like. We see what happened there, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think that's right. That's not a thing for egg donation. Even now, you don't have to have a child because a lot of college students do it, right?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's interesting.
That's so very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think do you remember roughly like, was it a couple months? Was it
Oh, the
long
length?
drawn out? Because surrogates, it's a long time before we actually can get into the process. But egg donation,
Yeah.
I mean, 6 months, less than 6 months, do you think you
I
were
feel like
retrieving?
I feel like it was somewhere in that 6 month
Yeah.
ballpark. It wasn't super long.
Yeah.
And I don't remember like lots of hoops to jump through or lots of things to be
Right.
waiting on. It was pretty straightforward. I
Do you
think the
remember?
only like time delay was when it fell through with like the original
Yeah.
family, and then but like within like
Yeah.
hours or a day they had found other people. So
That's
it was
crazy.
Well,
quick. Like, oh,
look
by
at
the
you.
way, we still
Look,
have
look at
people
you.
who need
You're
yeah.
blonde. I don't know if your eyes
I
are
was
blue,
gonna
but
say you
you're
have like
blonde,
colored
you're white.
eyes,
Yeah.
right? Like your blonde
Blue eyes.
colored
There you
eyes,
go.
like that's always like the key markers.
Yeah, yeah.
Educated.
And
Yeah,
like
you're right there.
and I was a college graduate, so like
Yep.
that was there was
Big
like
one.
I feel like there was an in-depth questionnaire about like not necessarily that they got my IQ, but just to make sure I was actually like of sound in mind and educated and,
Educated.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I
Can I
gotta
ask?
ask.
No, I want to
Oh,
ask. Do you remember anything about the retrieval? Was it like painful afterwards?
No, I just remember I felt like I had like super ovulated, like
Yeah.
very floaty.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, but really like I feel like the next day it was fine.
Yeah. That's kind of what I hear.
so because you recently just went through this, Sarah. So what was your med protocol to have a transfer?
Just for transfers, so aspirin every day, which many
Yeah.
of us do. Um, I had estrace. It's funny. I literally just did this, and I'm like, how many pills did I take? Or am I mixing that up with my last journey? Okay. Estrace was oral, so I did not do any injections for estrogen
Oh,
or
wow.
no patches for estrogen, just
Lovely.
pills. And it was two orally in the morning, two orally in the evening, one vaginally in the morning, one vaginally in the evening. And we
Okay.
did that based off of knowing my first journey, what really
Oh,
helped my lining get thick enough was doing the vaginal ones.
Okay.
So really total 3 pills in the morning, three in the evening, just kind of split routes.
okay.
And then, the 6 days before transfer is when I started the PIO. And then I continued those medications until shortly after 6 weeks, 10 weeks.
Okay.
Okay. And
None
then
of that.
Megan
Wow.
in
That wasn't a lot.
2011, if you remember, did you have to do a bunch of meds to like amp up your eggs?
I only remember like injecting myself whenever they told me to, and that was it. But like going through, I have more of like a photographic memory of like my own meds when I did like my IUI because I did like a stimulated cycle.
Mhm.
Um, but I really don't remember way back then, except just like, you know.
Just like
Yeah.
shoot it
To
and
release
be
them.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did, I don't know
Crazy.
for egg donation, do you guys do they go on Clomid or do they go on like a uh to get the follicles to grow? What do they use to get
I
more?
don't remember, and I don't know if I'm mixing up in my head what I did with my IUI for
Yeah.
my babies and what I did for my donation. Yeah.
'Cause I just don't know how they get so many. They got to do something.
Yeah,
They definitely hyperstimulate
Yeah.
like
for sure.
Because
yeah.
14, Lord. Wow.
Mhm.
Whew.
Can I ask, do they for the IUI? Can I ask about that? Like
Yeah.
so for medication for that, is it did they have, because you said three, but they were like, oh, that third one's not going to be there. So were they amping up your follicles then too?
Yeah. So we ended up doing it was our third IUI that I had the triplets. And so I think we used like Femara, the oral medication, and then I added injectables on top of it. But we did that for my second IUI and nothing happened. So they're like, well, we'll just keep going. So I don't
Wow.
remember if they like increased my meds or what they did with the
Yeah.
third one.
Yeah.
Because I had the same number of follicles on my second cycle and nothing happened. So they're
Huh.
like, well, you have the same number this time. So I think, we'll see. And
Oh, how crazy.
Hello.
well,
Oh, there's three. Oh, that's
yeah.
so wild.
How far did you carry? I'm just curious.
I was 33 and 2. So I was on, I call it couch rest from like 17 weeks to 33. And then
Wow.
I delivered early because I had preeclampsia.
Okay.
Oh my gosh,
Okay.
no.
Yeah, I had three placentas, so the odds
Yeah.
were not
Yeah,
in my favor.
That's a lot.
that's
Yeah.
true. But you made it really, really long with triplets.
Yeah. 33
I
too.
was really proud.
I went 32. Yeah.
Yeah.
32.
And
No,
that's
but no bed rest. None.
oh,
They
okay.
let me keep going and go. They're 23, so they had no idea back then.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
Wow.
true.
like, I just do you.
Just
Okay.
live your life.
It should have been.
I mean, I didn't have any other kids, so I enjoyed my couch rest. I was off work. I
Nice.
got to catch up on like Ellen. I watched Ellen all
Oh
day long,
yeah. So good.
and it was a
I
good
love it.
time.
That's awesome.
So
That's
funny.
cool. Wow.
Wow. Can
Mm.
I ask what both of your families thought, Sarah, when you were like, hey, I'm going to be a surrogate? And Megan, did you tell people that you were going to donate eggs, or like, was it like after the fact?
Um, most people were really surprised, really supportive, excited. nobody was surprised. Just in my person. In fact, my mother-in-law said, it was my husband who had told her initially, said that's the most Sara thing that Sara could do.
Oh,
So I
that's
was like, I think
cute.
that's a compliment.
that is a
Yeah,
compliment.
that's
Yeah.
super cute.
My grandma she said she was just worried about my health,
Yes.
she's concerned. So I did get, concerned comments. People, concerned, was I going to be, psychologically healthy or have problems with that? And,
Yeah.
they don't understand the surrogate mind. So, you just reassure them otherwise. But I only had one family member who like kind of looked at me sideways, was my uncle. I think, just so not everybody gets it. He didn't tell me it was like bad or wrong or anything like that.
Yeah.
It just wasn't the same like level of excitement as everyone else seemed to be. So generally speaking, very supportive, which made me even more affirmed in my decision.
Yeah, that's great. No, that's
Especially if you're not used to people carrying other people's babies. I could see it being a little bit like, huh.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, actually, Meghan and a girlfriend of mine, Naomi, we have like a little ongoing chat, and Meghan was the first person that I had told, like, don't tell anyone, I'm gonna do this thing.
I love it.
Oh, I love that.
Sweet.
Wait, how do you guys know each other?
That's a really fun story. So
We have time.
We got time.
When I was relocating from the Bay Area to the Sacramento area, when I started the new job, I was still pumping and breastfeeding my twins, and I had my girls would not take a bottle, so I had a ton of milk. And one day, this person who was training me, I think I said something on the way to the car. We were walking together, and I was like, said something about needing to do something with my milk or donating it or something. And she was like, actually, we have a coworker who's out right now who just had triplets, and my jaw just dropped. Okay, this was in April, and her babies were born in February. So I'm like, oh my gosh, here I am thinking like 2 babies is hard. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? She's like, yeah, she's looking for breast milk donors. And I was like, send me her information, because I have a freezer full and my babies will not drink it. They want it only straight from the tap. And that was the start of a beautiful friendship. So she and her mom would come over to the house and line all 3 babies up in their car seats. We would chat for a few minutes. They'd load up the car and head back on out. And then eventually, when she came back to work, we started working together. She moved nearby. We started carpooling together. And so just naturally got really close, bonding over, 1, me helping feed her babies, and 2, being moms of multiples in a singleton world.
Yeah.
Amongst tons of other things that we have in common.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's such a cool story.
Let me tell you, if I'm sure the people listening, some of them might resonate, but like to not have, like, to really want to breastfeed and not be able to do that. And to have someone like that was willing to share, I was like so grateful.
Did you provide enough for all 3, Sara, or did you have to get another donor, Meghan?
I ended up getting like, I think my kids are healthy because I think I've had like 6 breast milk donors from around the Sacramento area.
Love that.
But Sara had like a crazy supply. Like I would bring over my big cooler and like fill it up and be like, see ya.
Oh my gosh.
So
Wow. You
I
struck
had
gold.
really good stock.
Yeah.
That's
Aww.
so awesome.
That's a Sara thing to do.
It
That's a
is.
Sara thing to
Say
do,
it.
for sure.
That is.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
So I joke that we bonded over breast milk.
You
It's
did.
very true.
And y'all didn't know each other before the work? It was new for you, and you had gone out on maternity leave, so there was probably, okay.
Wow.
Gotcha.
And 10 years later, we're still Marco Poloing each other in the cars or driving places.
You guys are
Oh
funny.
my gosh, I love that. That's so sweet. Honestly, that's probably like the best. Like that's like one of the cooler, like this is how I met my best friend.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's really fun.
That's
My
so cool.
work wife, she works elsewhere now, but
Oh.
still call her my work wife.
That's so
I love it.
sweet.
So sweet.
Okay, back to my question.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so Megan, were people shocked when you were like, "Hey, I'm gonna donate my eggs," or did you not tell people until after it was
I
done?
really, I really don't think I told many people.
Yeah.
I think I was like very immersed in like my nursing program.
Hmm.
I really didn't have a lot of like extra socializing time.
Yeah.
So really it was like I had a part-time job. I was in this master's program. I was recently married. It was just like my husband and my nursing program essentially.
Yeah.
And my husband's so good. Like multiple years later, he's used to my like wild ideas. Um, so I think at the time he was like cautious, like he's not really sure, like that's kind of weird, but okay, like what am I gonna say? No.
Right.
Right.
Wow.
So
Did you incorporate that into like a paper or anything for your program? Did you about your experience or no?
I don't remember if I donated after I turned in my like thesis or if it was during. I feel like I donated after I had already turned it in.
Okay.
Oh,
Um,
fun.
but I definitely um it was nice to kind of have a little bit of experience to kind of guide like the format and the research and things like that
Yeah.
as I was writing it. So
Yeah.
I think there was a little bit of overlap.
Cool.
Yeah.
Amazing. Just
I'm so
take that on
fast.
while you're in a master's program. Like, I mean, it's not like you can just go one day and go, "Hey, I want to donate my eggs." I mean, there's a process. Like you
Yeah.
were, you were doing things for it. It's like, well, okay,
Yeah.
doctor's appointments and stuff. Yeah.
I
So
tend to
awesome.
not just do one thing at a time. Sarah knows this.
All the balls in the air.
I one of my first bodybuilding shows I did, I got ready a prep for that while I was my triplets were potty training. So like I was like, if I can get through that, I can do like anything. And
Oh my gosh, that's
Amazing.
crazy.
Do
Wow,
you?
what do you not do? That's so
Yeah.
wild.
This
okay,
is just an offshoot. Do you bodybuild like is that full time for you? Like like
it's more of a side hobby. I do online functional health coaching, so I have clients online, and then I'm per diem doing labor and delivery nursing. But the bodybuilding is like my love and my
Yeah.
sanity saver. It's my
okay,
mental health.
gotcha.
So I can't do one without the other.
Understood.
Got
Wow.
it. I
Impressive.
get that. This is my bodybuilding right here. Sitting and talking to people. This is my bodybuilding.
We're building
Yes.
bodies.
Bodies.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh. Why didn't I go there?
Sarah thing.
Sarah, so much smarter than me. We are literally building bodies.
Literally building.
Guys
Oh
are
my
funny.
gosh, that's great. Oh my gosh. I'm like at a loss of
Yeah,
like
I kind
things
of am
to
too.
just like ask because my brain is running and I'm just like, and I'm gonna be so blunt. I will because we've been doing this for years and I'll
Do
take a
it.
shot at it. Let's go blunt. Um, I could never be an egg donor. And like I always get so annoyed when people like are like, "Oh, I can never be a surrogate because of A, B, and C." And like here I am being like,
Right.
but I know myself and like I could just never be an egg donor for the pure fact that I like look at my son and soon, we'll look at my daughter and I'll be like, how could I have little me's out there and just not know you? And I think that that is so freaking cool for egg donors to be able to like
Disassociate.
disassociate or disconnect or whatever it is because
Yeah.
surrogates we disconnect in a completely different way. We grow a human but we know it's not our human but we're still growing it, so like it's so
Yeah.
wild how everybody's brains can be wired differently but we can all still help the same community. I just find it fascinating. That's my bluntness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not one
Mm-mm.
path that is for every
Correct.
person, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
Right. Because egg donors must have to go. There's a different. I don't want to say a different mindset, but they look at it a little differently, I think, than a surrogate looks at it. Because it's not. It's. I don't want to say it's the same, but different. It, I mean, is a human. We just held it once it was all done. Like that. And I don't want to say that one's more important than the other, but in this instance, that's more important. Like you need the substance you need the egg and the sperm to make the human. Like you
Yeah.
need it, and some
Yep.
people can't get it. Right, that's why they need egg donors, like they
Hmm.
right. So It's very nobling.
Oh yeah.
I really am. I'm blown away. I really am. And I'm blown away by surrogates too. I really, yes, but I don't know. Egg donors, I don't know.
I
It's
think
that's
for
a
us
special
it's just
person.
so fascinating to look at it from the other side. Like
Yeah.
every surrogate baby I carried or transferred was
Mhm.
always an egg donor baby. Like actually not transferred, but every surrogate baby I carried was an egg donor baby. And they're happy, cute, living their lives. Like, there's these families that wouldn't have these
Mhm.
children if
Integral
not for
part.
those egg donors. And I just think it's just a different way to look at it. It's just so
And
crazy.
yeah, go ahead,
In
Sarah.
all three of your journeys, they needed to utilize an egg donor?
Yeah. Well, so for two of them, so my first two, they were two
Oh,
different
right.
sets of same-sex
That right.
males.
Yeah.
And then my third, I was not told the reason why, but it was a heterosexual couple and she needed to have an egg donor.
Okay.
Wait, was it an egg donor?
I think it was hers.
It was hers. I'm getting mixed
It
up
was
with my
hers.
most recent one where I
Yeah,
did all these transfers and it was
right.
egg donors. Thank you.
Right. Okay.
Thank you.
All
Okay, just
three of
kidding.
mine were all egg donors.
Yes.
Because mine were all same
All
sex.
same sex. Yeah.
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 And
That's
my triplets just found out who their egg donor was.
hmm Yeah,
They asked a
they showed us a
question.
picture.
They asked a question of their
Yeah,
father, and they were all at college, and he
yeah,
literally just texted them the
a
picture. Here
picture.
she is.
Yeah, crazy.
What? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Megan, do the parents of these families have your picture?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Really?
but they saw something initially, right? Like with
In the
your
Yeah, so
profile
profile?
or
maybe they
no?
do. So
In the
maybe they do.
profile? Yeah.
Yeah, there had to have been in the profile, but I don't know if they were like beyond that, given anything extra. I don't remember.
Did you have to? I'm curious. How did you? I know this is forever ago, but like making the profile, did you? I'm curious if you kind of had to do it in a similar way that we surrogates have to like promote ourselves. Like, hey, we're fun, loving human beings that like to go to the beach, or like things like that. Like, did you have to say things like that, or were you just like, here's my medical health, I'm healthy?
I think it was all put on by the IVF clinic. I don't think I had any hand in like compiling
Oh, okay,
phrases or anything like that that I remember. Like maybe they asked me what my hobbies were, maybe, but
sure,
beyond that,
Right. And
nothing crazy.
how did you find the okay, this is maybe a two-part. Did you go with an egg donation company, or did you literally hook up from your master's program through an IVF clinic and
Oh,
they were doing egg donation? You're like, oh, this will be good. They'll do it here. How'd you
it
choose?
was just a local IVF clinic. I think it was California IVF, like in Davis.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a big, well-known
Well
company.
known. Yeah.
I think I just like
Pick them.
found them on their website or something and just
Yeah.
like,
Wow.
and
Yep. And
here
they
we
grabbed
are.
you. Yep. Wow. It's
yeah,
amazing. So who
it
knows
is.
how many families were grown because of you or made because of
Sure.
you? That's super cool.
I know, because nowadays we've talked to other egg donors and they're like, oh, I get like a ding or a message saying like, oh, hey, like a baby's been born due
Yeah.
to my egg donation. Like, but these are more recent times, so obviously people have kind of like changed their process and like
That's right.
updates and obviously like Sarah said, like the connections of it all, like, hey, here are pictures and here's a letter for when you're 18 or whatever it is. Like
Yeah.
I've heard all these different things. It's just interesting how different or how much it's grown. I mean,
Yeah.
surrogacy's grown so much within the past, what is that, 15 years? Egg donation has grown and is more talked about, I feel, within the last 15 years
Mhm.
as well. Did you feel well, you didn't really tell a lot of people, but I'm curious, like, was there any negative connotations around egg donation back then?
I think, because this was in like the Google chat room, like the little internet um groups. But I think it was very like ethically controversial. Um,
Yeah.
and I don't know honestly, because I'm kind of like outside of that world now. I don't know what the general tone is
Yeah,
now, but I feel like
right.
back in the day, it was like a little bit more controversial and polarizing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Makes sense.
I can see that because I mean, surrogacy was kind of looked at the same way. And
Mhm.
for people on the outside who aren't in the IVF community, I guess you could look at them both very much the same when it comes to ethical or conservative or however you
Yeah.
want to spin
I think
politics
I
on it.
tried to join, I think I joined like one of those donor websites, but it got to a point where they wanted you to like pay to stay like a
Oh,
member, and I was like,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
no, I'm okay with that. So I don't know if like I'm still part of that, like if they did want to find me, but
wow.
I thought of also like maybe doing like one of those genetic like 21ancestry.com things. So
Yeah.
like if they wanted to
Right.
somehow link, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Because if you have that on file and they ever submitted one, they would
Yeah.
find a link.
Uh-huh.
It would be
Mhm.
familial. Yeah.
Wow. And like how cool. Like they would be like, oh, we have triplets as,
Half siblings.
relative
Half biological
siblings. Yeah,
sibling.
like so just cool and different.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
We'll
so
see.
Yeah, right. One day, I know your kids are 10. So, I mean, really, if somebody did have a baby from your egg donation, that baby would be like 15, 16, maybe?
Well, who
I
knows?
think so. And it depends like how if they still got them frozen somewhere.
Right.
I don't know.
Right, 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 right.
Right.
If they
And
used
when
it
they
right
did,
away, they'd probably be like somewhere
Mhm.
in their teens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Crazy. Not far off. That's so crazy.
I think it's
That is
really cool.
so cool. Oh my gosh. My brain is just
You
still
can sit
like
here and say it's so
in
cool.
awe of you. Like I
Yeah.
it is.
It-
Am I
because you
crazy
have
for
such
thinking
a
like that, surrogate ladies? Like,
she has a great perspective on it.
I
Yeah.
know.
If you weren't impressed by my work wife enough, you, because what we do, we like, yes, there's an extreme altruistic component to what we do.
Yes.
We're not in this, oh, you're in this for the money. You can't, I am nausea. I got my nausea pills. I'm
Right.
not in there's no
Right.
amount of money that you could pay for me to feel this way.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
And egg donors are compensated as well.
Not
Do you
as
know
much
who's
as they
not
should be.
compensated? I'm gonna
Who?
cry.
Who?
This person, well, on my screen, she's right below me.
Oh.
She answered the call
You're gonna make me cry now. Gosh.
Oh no.
when one of our coworkers put out a desperate plea. She answered the call to be a kidney donor.
Shut up.
Stop, I got the chills, Megan.
And she
Girl.
gave, is it your righty? I can't remember.
I gave my lefty.
You
She gave
were
her
a
lefty.
match?
She
Yeah.
gave
You
her
were a
lefty.
flippin' match? Do you know
Yeah.
how rare that is?
It's pretty cool, huh?
She,
What?
yeah, she
I
matched
cry
with.
when other people cry.
Oh
Oh, I
my
know. And then I started, and
gosh.
then she doesn't stop crying. Um,
Like, take the jaw drop, Sarah. This is like the fifth one. Like,
I know.
I told you.
God
And
almighty.
she saved our coworker's son's life.
Oh my
It went
gosh.
to a kid?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had just turned 15.
Oh my gosh.
Mhm. And coincidentally, this coworker of ours is also a fellow mom of multiples.
Oh
Yeah.
There's
my God.
extra bonds there, but
Is he a
yes,
multiple? The one who got your kidney?
He's a
he's a
twin.
twin.
Yeah.
Oh wow. And you were a
Sarah,
match.
I mean, Megan, that's amazing that you were a match.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
like,
Like completely no relation.
right.
I just happened. It's interesting. And like I said before, like I was here to like contribute, and sometimes we don't
Yeah.
know how we're going to contribute,
Right.
but I just saw, and I'm not on Facebook a ton, but like when I opened up Facebook that day, it was literally the first post that was there was her asking
Oh wow.
if anyone would like apply that could even like possibly think of being a donor. And I was like, well, she had listed his blood type, and I was like, well, that's my blood type. Let's
No
just like
way.
give it a whirl and see where it leads. So
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Oh my
And
gosh,
are you
bless your
cool with
heart.
just one?
Yeah.
Like, and I shouldn't say you cool being in your head, just health wise, right? Because we can live
Yeah.
with one.
It's a very thorough screening process. Very,
Yeah.
very thorough. And they want to make sure like you will be very healthy afterwards with just
Right.
one.
Yeah.
And I've taken very, very good care of my body and still do. And I'm probably more diligent than most kidney donors.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow.
so like my labs now are as good as someone with two kidneys.
No
Wow.
way.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Because you need to be
Wow.
here for your kids and your husband, and you need like you. Yes, you want to help, but that's above. Okay, I get the egg donation, but giving a kidney,
That's big.
that's superhero fantastic. Go.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. That's I don't even know what to say to it. It's
Yeah.
I
We're here,
don't.
we're here to shock you today.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It is.
Yeah,
No,
It's pretty neat just to be able
yeah,
to be in the position to help someone in that way, because
yeah.
I think it was like half the people don't even pass
Right.
like the first questionnaire, half the people
right.
don't pass the blood work,
Yeah.
another half don't pass, like they do like CT scans and a bunch of other stuff. So most people don't even get to the point to donate.
And most people, it's not a coworker. It's somebody across the country or in another world.
Yeah.
Like the fact that it was that close. Do you keep in touch with these people?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
he's doing very well.
that's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. He gets to
Oh
do
my,
like teenage boy stuff
right?
now that he didn't have the energy to, which is,
That's amazing.
yeah,
Was this congenital? Was it you just born with like bad kidneys or yeah, yeah,
yeah.
got it.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That is,
I just can't that all those things lined up. I it's amazing.
I
You
can't decide if we're really good for each other or really bad for each other because eventually we're going to run out of things
body
to give.
parts.
right. Oh, how funny.
Livers can rejuvenate. We could do that.
That's true.
I,
Livers can
I,
rejuvenate.
I've heard of kidney donors going on to be like liver donors. I'm like, well, we'll see. But right now, no, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you're good.
focus on, yeah.
So
Wow.
I know when you get a transplant for a liver, because I have one of my surrogate dads, he got a liver transplant because he
Oh,
had
that's right.
cancer. He's like on a barrage of meds just to keep it up. Like, you don't need to do any of that, or do you?
I
Like,
don't.
because you didn't get
The
the kidney.
the
He
recipient
Gotcha.
does. Yeah.
Okay, for
So very,
anti-rejection, right?
very huge regimen of
Yeah.
medications, which
Okay.
surprisingly a lot of them are like kidney toxics, so they have to be careful with that.
Interesting.
It's a whole new world that I
Wow.
barely know much about, but it's pretty intense. Yeah.
So I'm curious.
Yeah.
Have you like you said though, you are very healthy, you're a bodybuilder, like you take care of yourself for sure. But have you had to change any aspects of your life due to now only having one kidney?
A little at first. So it's interesting. I come from the functional health space, so my perspective on health maintenance and being healthy is very different than like traditional medicine. So they were very, like I say they, like the medical team was very cautious with me being a bodybuilder because they thought like
Steroids.
Oh, steroids.
I'm gonna completely, yeah,
Yeah.
like go off the rails. I'm gonna
Juice it
eat
up.
like
Yeah.
massive amounts of protein. And but actually I followed their recommendations the first few weeks outside of a few things.
Okay.
Um, but using my knowledge, my education, kind of like taking their guidance, but blending it with my own.
Mm.
And basically, the big thing is like, and this is like a huge tangent, but like protein is not bad for kidneys, and their viewpoint is like you have to have very, very small amount of protein. So that was one thing that I was like, okay, I will take your guidance,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna do my own thing. So I took it very, very slow and just really watched my labs closely as I kind of like very slowly increased protein. And I'm in a really good spot eating probably more protein than most American women eat.
Wow.
Um,
Oh,
Good for
and
you.
I'm still doing really well.
good for you.
Wow. So your
I can't.
functionality, like, they all, I mean, that's just the things that I hear on like, Grey's Anatomy, like, oh, you only have one kidney, so you can't play soccer. Like, like things like that, but not saying you're gonna go out and like play soccer tomorrow. But did anything like drastic, like functionality wise have to change for you? Like you have three kids that you have to like not necessarily run after because they're not toddlers, but they're active, I'm sure.
Yeah. The first like 6 weeks, kind of like a C-section.
Mm.
You're not supposed to lift anything heavier than like 15 pounds.
Oh,
So, but I can't just like sit around not doing anything. That's not my style. So I did not lift more than 15 pounds that's for 6 weeks, but I did band work. I did resistance bands, very light.
wow.
Okay.
And I made sure like I was not going to let kidney donation like completely changed my life, but
Sure.
like figure out a
Fair.
way to like and
Were your kids little? How old were they when you did this?
oh, this past November.
Oh,
Come
this was,
on.
I'm thinking this was like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving miracle. My Lord.
Wow.
Elsa. Wow. How did your kids? So your kid, I know we are off topic, but your kids,
Sorry.
I know we
No, it's
are.
okay.
I'm so sorry. But your kids completely understood this. Completely got this. Like, how
Oh
did
yeah,
they?
yeah.
Yeah, how did they?
My my daughter was very worried. She was like, "No, mama, like you're not gonna give your kidney." I had to explain. It was a good lesson. Like, okay, like what do kidneys even do? Like
Yeah,
educating them, like they have two, what
right.
they do in the body. But I just explained it like I am healthy and I am able to, and I'm gonna be completely fine afterwards. And
Yeah.
this is like our way to who needs it. And after that discussion, it was like, okay,
Okay.
Wow.
And obviously, husband was fine with it. I mean, again, your body. I guess you're going to do what you're going to do. But
again, like
yes,
he's
he
he's
knows.
used to my crazy ideas. So
It's not a crazy idea.
Yeah, it's
It's
just
it's such a
you have a
selfless.
very huge, unique heart. Like, and I
Well,
say that in like
people
the
need to be like that.
best way because
Yeah. For others.
but your heart and your mind can go together. Like one of them's not overpowering the other. Like you're logical on it and your heart's in the right place. Whereas like a lot of people like yeah, their heart would be in the right place, but logically they're not thinking of all the aftermath and everything that would come with it in egg donation or in a kidney,
Mm.
you know, donation. So just unique, unique, unique. You are very unique, and it's very
Start a
amazing to
podcast. Yeah.
see.
Sorry. She needs to
I
start.
feel like somehow you having donated the kidney and talking with them about that now in real time, obviously they needed to know because you needed to recuperate. And this was a big, decision, is somehow going to make it easier
yeah.
to explain that you donated your eggs.
Mm.
Right,
Ah,
right.
Yeah.
Remember when I gave my
yeah.
kidney?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
there was a
Totally.
Somebody
couple
else
out
needed some
there.
help.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
wow.
true.
Very
Yeah. I didn't even think about that, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
Ow.
God.
Fascinating. Well, okay, so we'll kind of loop
Crazy.
back around. So I
Oh,
I went all blunt and I said, oh, I could never be an egg donor. Out of curiosity, Mom, how do you feel? Do you feel like you could ever donate your eggs?
nuh-uh.
No,
I have to stand by it. Yeah, I don't think I could. Even, yeah,
because of
because of
the
the whole,
whole mini
yeah, the
you.
whole adoption, the whole, I had no idea where I came from, blah, 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 blah. And then when I found out and then I had my own, I was like, oh, wait a
Yeah.
minute, these people look like me. Hold on a
Yours is
second.
different. You have an
Yeah,
excuse.
it,
It's
yeah, a
fine.
little different. Yeah. So no, don't think I could.
Sarah, do you think that you could donate eggs?
Um, I did think about it when I was younger, and I think I would struggle
Yeah.
Okay.
really with um it's just it sounds silly when I say it out loud,
It
I
does
know,
but
huh?
that's like my instinct is like, is there some sort of I don't know, I can't make sense of it.
It's the
Well,
mindset.
Megan's got, I would like to just pour into your brain and go,
I
where is it
know.
coming from? Like, where's the mind? Like, you just seem so, yeah, right. No,
But
somebody
it's
needs help.
so
Yeah.
it's so funny because if you think about it, I bet that's what people look at us surrogates like. Like, how
Maybe.
could you do that? Like, I
Yeah.
don't understand. Like, where is your mindset? And it's like, well, that's easy. And Megan's over here probably like,
Right.
it's easy,
That's
guys.
true.
But I always thought, like, if I had a sister who I don't
Yeah.
have a biological sister, like, oh, I could totally do that for, so there are some times, and I
Right.
think maybe that feels different because you have like ongoing relationship, you're
Yeah.
seeing,
Yeah.
um, but it's interesting because I've donated my blood more times than I can count. That's my living person
Right.
inside of other people. I've donated
True.
hair 3 times. There's people out there wearing wigs with my
Right.
locks. Um,
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is that feels so intimately different about
Huh.
an
an
egg,
egg.
like you said, that's being we lose eggs all day, every day.
Yeah.
You really have to, I think, separate yourself from the idea that that is your baby, because it's not your baby.
Right.
It's a cell, a single
Mhm.
cell
Mm-hmm.
that is out there that grew up and is actually somebody else's baby.
Right.
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 You
I
donated a
thought of
cell.
it. I thought of it like my genetic contribution.
Okay.
Right. That
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I love that. Now, Megan, do you think you could ever have been a surrogate?
Oh yeah, I totally
Oh
could have.
yeah.
Okay.
Actually, when Sarah was going through, I think your first journey, I was like Googling and like, should I apply? But my complication is like I had a tummy tuck and I was like done with babies. And so I
Yeah.
was like, well, I would in case I need another tummy tuck. I don't know. So
Yeah.
I decided to not. And I ended up donating the kidney, so it kind of worked out.
There you
Right.
go. It's
Yeah.
totally fine. Oh
And the
wow.
preeclampsia, she like
Right.
did not
That
have
whole thing.
qualified
Yeah.
anything.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, how very
Mhm.
interesting.
But you know, there's
Oh,
that
we would
new
have said no, Megan, 'cause that way we all sounded. We were just like, oh, okay, we're all like, we're in our corners. No, it's okay. You can be an amazing person. It's fine.
What were you saying, Sarah? There's a what?
there's that new thing where you donate like part of your genetic material, not the whole egg.
The
Like, is it just
Oh, the
mitochondria?
mitochondrial. The
it's the thing that I was gonna do, but it's not
Yes.
legal in the US, so I chose not to go forward with my
Yeah,
surrogate journey.
because I'm like,
yeah.
could I do that? I feel
Oh,
like I could do that.
maybe.
Yeah,
I
because
feel like
that
I could do that. That feels
so
different to me.
yeah, so for people that don't know what Sarah's talking about, it's when the egg gets, and now I'm going to probably butcher this a bit, but there is a nuclear DNA and a mitochondrial DNA, and the mitochondrial is from the mother, I believe, and that's the part that you keep, and the nuclear is like the part that would have oh, not is it spina bifida or not spina bifida? So like something that would be passed. Oh, what's the lung thing?
Host.
Cystic fibrosis.
Cystic fibrosis.
Thank you. Yes, that's what this was started off with was cystic fibrosis. And so that's what the nuclear DNA holds. And I promise I'm not talking about my butt. I talked to like a high doctor in, in Europe who explained this to me. So the nuclear DNA that holds the cystic fibrosis gets taken out of that egg from the mom, and with a donor egg, they take that nuclear DNA and put it and replace where they took out like the cystic fibrosis nuclear DNA.
Like fragments.
So
Yes.
it's not really a 3 DNA baby, is what they're saying, or 3D. Yeah, it's not really a 3 DNA baby, but it's not FDA approved here. The first baby born was in 2023 in Europe. So what, maybe gonna
Couple
go
years old.
to being 3. So there's no side effects currently in pregnancy. When I was talking to the doctor, there were only 8 women in the US that were doing this, and only one of them was a surrogate. And I was like, no, pass, thank you.
Wow.
Um, yeah, so and I just talked to somebody, I think about it like a year ago, like last April. So it's very, very new. It's very different. But you're right. If that was I might be able to do that because that's no DNA of mine. You don't show the DNA when the baby's born. Like the baby doesn't come out looking like donor nuclear. Yeah, it's weird.
And I wonder, I don't know anything about really genetics, if you did do a 23andMe or ancestry.com,
Oh,
would it still link to you or not? I wouldn't have a problem with that necessarily being like, I gave you some mitochondria or whatever.
Yeah,
you know,
I gave you
thing.
some healthy cells to like not have the diseases. Yeah,
And don't ask me why, in my mind, like that feels okay, but an entire egg feels so much more intimate.
yeah.
But you know what? God bless egg donors.
Yeah, God bless them.
Well, we need them. We need people like you, Megan. We need donators of everything. Jeepers, girl.
Sperm
Jeepers.
donors don't get kind of they don't really get talked about a whole lot, but a lot of, people use them.
Did you say sperm donors?
I did.
Oh, well, that's because they can produce so much.
The sacrifice feels a little different.
They're fine. They don't have, I don't think they have to do any shots or anything. They just show up one day,
They
like,
just
we want to
show up.
donate. And
That
it's
is
like,
correct.
cool, here you go. And so, but yes, Sperm
Okay.
donors are great.
All right. You're so funny.
Make that your bumper sticker.
Yeah, right?
There you go.
Funny. Oh my gosh. Are
Okay.
we like not touching on anything? I mean, I know that we
I know,
like
did we miss
literally
it?
jumped around the world.
We did.
My favorite kind of convo.
I
Oh,
know,
good.
right?
That's all
what
we
we're known
do.
for that. That's what we do. We can't
Is there any advice that you have for
even.
those who are like maybe looking into egg donation or thinking about it or just like researching it or just anything?
Yeah. And I think we kind of touched on like if you don't feel like it's for you, like
Mhm.
that's cool. If you feel like it is for you, it's not anybody else's business but your own.
Right.
But it's your decision and you have to like sleep well at night. So make
Yep.
that decision and know that it's coming from here and up there.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's
Excellent.
wonderful. And Sarah, I feel like we didn't touch a lot on surrogacy, but we did at the same time. But if somebody's looking to be like, a surrogate, like what's your advice for them?
It's hard to synthesize into just, one good piece of advice.
Yeah.
But what I have learned and taken away from my experiences is to not bend on the things that are important to you, because that makes or breaks the journey. It is what establishes, and we'll talk about later, like early healthy boundaries when it's made known that I am who I am. These are the things that are important to me, and not being like, oh, well, I think as surrogates, a lot of times we're big givers. And so we sacrifice a lot. We're willing to compromise a lot, but there are some things that can be compromised and some things that should not ever be compromised. So that would be my piece of advice, would be to really sit down and think about what are your negotiables and your non-negotiables in a journey. And that you might not really know those things as a first-time surrogate. So really taking the time to, listen to these podcasts, talk to experienced surrogates about things that, do they have any regrets? Do they have any things that they kind of wish that they had voiced their opinion about stronger on, to kind of help people brainstorm a little bit better about what boundaries they want to establish very, very early on, because I think the sooner you can do those things, for example, in a match meeting, hey, these are my non-negotiables, the better, rather than waiting until things show up on delivery room day, or awkward things happen when you're finally pregnant, or even in contracts. Like, it sucks for something to come up in contracts and be like, well, I don't want to break a match over this, so I guess I'll compromise.
Yeah.
That doesn't make for a healthy journey. So
It doesn't.
it's hard because there's a lot of things that could come up that I could name 3, 4, 5 different things right now that you may not necessarily think about unless they happen to you, that you're like, oh, I would never this. But
Right.
what do you say when you're faced with that in the moment and you have to make a decision right then and there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good advice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great.
Wow.
Goodness.
Lovely.
Well,
I
thank
had
you,
fun.
ladies. This was so fun.
I had
This
fun.
is.
This
Did
is
you,
great.
Mom? Did you have so much fun?
Oh my
I had
God.
so much fun. I'm glad Sarah invited me.
No, thank you for
I-
coming. I know she's like, I have a friend that's done egg donation. I'm like, oh, okay, you should want to talk to us. She's like, yeah, she's
I'm gonna
great. I'm
strive
like,
to be more
okay.
like Meghan, more like the giver. I'm gonna strive more like
You've
Meghan.
got to-
It's gonna be my motto. I'm getting that bumper sticker. More like Meghan.
More like Megan.
Yes.
No, it's a Megan thing to do.
There you go.
There you go. See how I circled that back?
I like it.
Yes.
Well, now it's
I'm
good
impressed.
because this now sets me up to actually think about like I do have to like have a conversation with my kids at some point about
Yeah.
half sibling thing.
At some point.
But yeah. But now it's just easier. Now, one step's done, and so now it'll be an easier topic to bring up, not just like a random.
And I think anything that you explain to somebody is, yeah, like, yes, they're gonna get it. Like, yes, oh yeah, that makes sense. Yep, no problem. Yep, because you're so confident in what you're saying. That,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
the recipient is like, right, yes.
Right.
I mean, you
right.
almost swayed me. Like, I could have done egg donation. I'm like, wait, hold on, pull it back, Ellen.
Excellent.
Gosh.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much, ladies, for
thank
taking
you.
time. And Sarah, I hope you feel better.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm starting to.
Yeah, good.
Gotta eat.
Good. That second trimester, that's where that energy goes. That's the part you live for. Awesome. Well, thank you,
Thank you
Megan,
for
and
your
thank you,
time, both
Sarah.
of
Have
you.
such a great evening.
Yes, thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
guys. Thank you for
Thank
having us.
you.
Good luck to
Bye.
both of you.
Thanks.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Yes.
thank you ladies so
Yes.
much. That was absolutely fascinating. I can't
It
even
was.
I can't
It was
even
great.
fathom.
It was jaw dropping,
It
seriously.
was so much information and so much heart.
Awesome.
Oh
It's
my gosh.
awesome.
So thank you, Sarah and Megan. If
Yes.
anybody has any questions or stories that they would like to share, please feel free to reach out to us on Instagram at Stop.Sit.Surrogate or at our email at Stop.Sit.Surrogate@gmail.com.
It's been another edition of Friday Facts with Ellen and Kennedy. Stop.Sit.Surrogate.
It's been one, guys. See you later.
Bye.
Before we wrap up, a huge thank you to our sponsor, U.S. Surrogacy. Their support helps us continue to share real stories, educate our community, and connect families through the incredible journey of surrogacy. Thanks so much for tuning in to Stop Sit Surrogate, where every story matters and every journey is worth sharing. We'll see you next time.
If you enjoyed this podcast, be sure to give us a like and subscribe. Also, check out the link to our YouTube channel in the description. And be sure to also check out our children's book, My Mom Has Superpowers, sold on Amazon and Etsy.